All right, this your boy Spank Dog. You know what I mean? I'm about to launch the live on Instagram. Give me 1 second. Takes a second. There we go. I All right. It's your boy Spank Dog, aka Pufferstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Also BC Spank Dog on Instagram and Robert Lopez at Facebook. And we're gonna jump right into it. All right, so when I found out that Saquon Barkley wasn't gonna play, the first thing I thought was, it's his decision. But I was hurt. I was hurt. The funny thing was, I was hurt just because I wanted to see him break the record, period. But I actually anticipated that he was gonna be good, and I have a little Saquon Barkley collection that I want to go up. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. You're killing me, Saquon. And I know that that's not for the right reason. That's overbred. So, but I'll tell you this much: even if I didn't have the collection, I would still want you to break the record. So, but then I'm thinking that Saquon made the decision. So I'm like, I respect that. If he thinks that's the path, that's cool. So, but I'm still tweaking about him not playing, man. Man, I got this really nice Saquon Barkley Red Wave limited to 125 rookie card of his. And he's still gonna go up, because he's a class act throughout it so far. He is disappointed though. According to Fox News, I read the headline. It said that's why I'm tweaking even more, because it wasn't his choice. That man should be able to decide if he wants to go for that record or not. You only live once. You feed the guy rhetoric like, records are made to be broken. Um, you have to run like the wind. And then when the man wants to make history, you stop him. When you collect somebody, you bet on them. I can't collect the whole league. You know what I'm saying? And then, a matter of fact, I like baseball and basketball. I can't collect all three leagues, all the good players. I picked good with Saquon. You know what I'm saying? I bet on him. It's just like betting. It's better than betting, because you have something to show for it, even if the guy, doesn't excel. The man could lose, and he could win the next day, and you come off with trading cards. You know, trading cards has been a form of currency for decades. It's over a century, maybe now. They had the tobacco cards all the way in the 1930s, the 1920s. So we're going on maybe 100 years of collecting cards. You know, and I grabbed up some of the nice Saquon Barkley rookies. Especially because he was a Giant. I was proud that the Giants had a running back that good. You know what I mean? Just like I was proud when Eli Manning won 2 rings for us. So when he went to Philadelphia, when a person who's been in New York for a long time, whether it's the Knicks, the Giants, the Yankees, the Mets, when they leave, I still have, a certain love for that person as an athlete. So when I heard Saquon was gonna break the record, I'm like, oh, because I check always, but I had checked in like week 12, and Derrick Henry was like right behind him, but like about not right behind him. Like Saquon Barkley had like 1,300 yards, and Derrick Henry had like 1,100. But I didn't realize that in the amount of games he played, if he went off, he could break Eric Dickerson's record. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it is. You know, the man needs a doable 100 yards to tie and 101 yards to break it, you know. And I'm hoping that there's no conspiracy to it, that they don't want him to break it, you know. I wouldn't see why, because Eric Dickerson wasn't a Philadelphia Eagle. So they're not, I don't think the Eagles Association organization is protecting the record. But remember, it's not just the Eagles, it's the NFL. If they want that record to stand, and, you know, this is just me, you know, speculating. There's really no validity to this one. It's valid that he wants to play, okay? You know, because a news group like Fox News don't say that he's disappointed because he wants to play and they're not letting him, unless that's, you know, that's the news. You know, you might have heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? You know, unless you seen the Fox News headline, you know, I can't believe they're not letting him play. It's got me so upset. You know, I'm not gonna let it stress me out like that. And I hope, listen, let me tell you something too. That's that man's. I mean, even though I'm kind of tied into him in a way, I feel more bad for him than I do myself. And he's the guy with the mansion. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, what's up? Yeah, that's my brother, man. If he sent you, that means you're a good dude. Yeah, he won't send nobody this way. How you doing, Aussie? I hope everything's all right where you at. I hope you and your fam had a nice New Year's. You know. Do you mind if I ask where you're hailing from? It says Aussie Nathan. I'm wondering if you're in Australia. You might be busy. That's what's up. And big shout out to Sydney, Australia. But but I don't know if you're familiar with Saquon Barkley, that used to play for the Giants, and now he plays for the Philadelphia Eagles here in the States. You know, he's on the verge of breaking a very serious rushing record, you know, in football. And instead of letting him go for the record, the team is going to sit him out the last game without his, you know, he wants to go for the record. And they're telling him, since we're going to make it to the playoffs, we want to rest our best players. So they're not giving this guy the opportunity to break the record. And I was just telling people that, you know, I deal in collectibles. So comics, toys, trading cards, you know, and I have some nice Saquon Barkleys. If he would break that record, those cards would go up significantly. They're already going up, you know, so it kind of like, but I feel more bad for him. I felt bad for myself at first, but when I seen the Fox News report that said that he wants to break the record and they're forcing him to sit down, I was livid, you know. So but yeah, man, let Saquon play, man. Let Saquon play. Let Saquon play. Let Saquon play. Let Saquon play. Saquon play. You know, and then I'm gonna show you guys too. You know, the man that was arrested over the United Healthcare. Um um oh yeah. I know I thought maybe you watched it because of rugby. You know, in my head I was like, rugby is similar to football somewhat. I'm like, maybe he watches football because of rugby. But yeah, you know, I figured also too you might watch rugby and not football also. But about the United Healthcare situation where the CEO of United Healthcare was unalived, and then they caught the kid, well, the young man, really quick, and a lot of people are screaming conspiracy. So, they call it a coup, a cover up. And I just learned that coup is short for cover up. So, at least I believe. So, they're saying it's a coup and a cover up. And like I said, that's what they're saying. I don't know, but I do have some interesting facts for you guys about United Healthcare. Let's get going on that. All right, let me make sure the channel's up real quick. Yeah, man, let Saquon play. They're killing me with that one. I think I gotta go to my channel. Give me 1 second. I hope you guys like the when you get a chance, also check out some of the edited videos. I just went on the best dribblers in the world, and I just did a De La Soul documentary also. It's a series I got. It's called Souls. So I do Souls of Sports and Souls of Hip Hop. They're both good. I got another one that I'm starting called The Chat with G, but I only got like 1 or 2 episodes. The other ones I think I got 3. So, but all right. Give me 1 second. I'm about to have the video up in a split second. I don't know why they're doing this to me with my history. That's all right. Because all you got to do is type in. All right. All right, guys. This is going to be the interesting things that I'm going to bring you right now. I have had a look at your videos, bro. I like oh, all right. That's what's up. It's 4 in the morning in New York. All right, so let me just make sure that it's shared. All right, so listen, the CEO of United Healthcare was unalive not too long ago, and they nabbed the guy almost instantaneously. So everybody, like right off the bat, not everybody, but a lot of people, started saying, man, that was quick. They got the guy. Then they found like every clue they would need to convict, like it was a lawyer's dream come true. All the evidence, they found them, everything. So people started to say, like, this is weird, right? And then not only that, they started talking about the money situation, right? So I want you guys, now mind you, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. It's all speculatory. It's all allegedly. But like I said, there are a lot of people out there that are wondering if it's a cover-up. Okay? Now, like I said, it's alleged. It's other people's speculation. As for me, I just really started to get into the story, so I can't tell you that that's my speculation yet. But as I start to read and see things, it makes me wonder a little bit. Now I'm going to show you some of the stuff that makes me wonder. Candace Owens covered it but I don't like her too much. But it's not even that I don't like her. We're not on the same page on a lot of things. I don't want to say I'm easy how I talk. I don't want to be talking about I don't like this person. I don't like that person, but let me get into the why it's fishy, because you just got to understand they're supposed to see the United the health insurance in America, right? It's not exactly a good thing, because what happens is when you utilize health insurance, they charge astronomical rates. And they do this because they're saying the customer don't care. They're getting it for free anyway. Because the insurance companies are the ones that whatever. It's not the person on the bottom that feels the brunt of the heavy cost because they're covered. But what happens is if they uncover you, they're supposed to lower the price, because the only reason they let them get away with them astronomical fees is because of the insurance. But if I was to pay out of pocket, you guys if a citizen is gonna pay out of pocket, you're supposed to give him fair rates. So when you charge insurance companies astronomical rates, it's wrong also, but they let you get away with it because they could pay it. But when it happens to the person that can't afford the astronomical fee that you charge the insurance company, that's not capitalism. Capitalism is when you give a fair shake. So it's free. It's a man has a chance to grow as big as possible, but there's also regulations so that people can't charge astronomical fees. I don't know why they let the medical companies treat the insurance companies like that. But to make a long story short, if LASIK surgery, they say, yeah, we're going to charge $50,000, and that's an astronomical price. If the insurance don't cover it no more, and now I got to cover it, a regular 9 to 5 kind of person, if you were like quadrupling on the $50,000 fee, let's say the cost is only $12,000, and you make $38,000 for the person who's in charge of the company, who really is supposed to make bank, then you're supposed to make it where it's fair to the consumer, because even though they're consuming health, they still have to drop funds. So they consider LASIK eye surgery a cosmetic procedure. A lot of this stuff ties into this. A lot of you people already know what I'm talking about. So what happens is if the healthcare company thinks they're gonna lose money, they might panic and they might go to extreme measures to make sure that they don't lose the astronomical amount. I'm sorry to use astronomical so much, but that's what it is. They're gonna lose tons of money, and I don't know if they would stoop to a low level to keep that from happening. Now, I'm going to play the video. You're going to have to make sense of it out after I'm done. Now, you can make sense out of what I'm going to play for you guys. Mind you, United Healthcare is it's grown larger than the biggest US bank. No company is like that. Like, it's almost like it's obvious that the health care is too rich, in layman's terms.
Health Group has the highest price per share of any company included in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and it's the 10th heaviest weighted stock in the S&P 500.
Okay, now listen to that again.
United Health Group has the highest price per share of any company included in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and it's the 10th heaviest weighted stock in the S&P 500. That means not only is United Health Group the biggest healthcare conglomerate in the United States based on market cap and revenue, it's even bigger than JP Morgan Chase, the nation's largest bank.
All right, now you see that at the top, right? The market capital. It's $457.8 billion, if I'm correct. It's a lot of money. Now, what would a company do to protect that money? Hopefully, nothing. And I say that in the terms of, if there's nothing you can do within legal means, or if you did something wrong and the house of cards is about to crumble, you're gonna have to suffer the consequences. And if you don't want to suffer the consequences, you're gonna have to do something grimy to get yourself out of it. Now, I'm gonna let the video continue.
One of the interesting things about United Health is that they've done a roll-up strategy. They've been buying pieces for years of different types of companies.
Wall Street is optimistic about the company's future, with 22 of 25 stock market analysts covering United Health labeling it a buy.
If I had to pick one stock, only one stock to buy, I'd buy United.
United Health's annual revenue has increased by more than $100 billion over the past decade when adjusted for inflation.
United has had.
Now, mind you, the CEO of this company was just unalived. I'm sorry, I gotta put I gotta open the window. The person that allegedly unalived the CEO is in custody now, and they pretty much have not just enough circumstantial evidence, they have, I believe, physical evidence that pretty much seals the guy's fate in a court of law. So people, man, one of the biggest mistakes I ever make on this planet, there's a few, but one of them is underestimating how smart people are. I mean, there's some real smart people out there. Something's fishy. You know what I mean? Like, and then if I wouldn't have heard this, I wouldn't have caught on to it. So that means, and like I said, that's if something's even happening. We don't know for sure if there's anything going on. But the crazy thing is, right, is that you would think a guy like me, because I'm on some Robin Hood type stuff. My ideology, you know what I'm saying? And not all the way, not to a full degree, because I'm not gonna outright rob from the rich to give to the poor. But I do believe that it is so lopsided that it's gotten to the point that so many of our problems come from people who are broke. And it's because they don't know where their next meal is coming from. They don't know where they're going to sleep. And you can't even blame them. People gentrify a neighborhood, raise rents to a rate I've experienced this. This is firsthand knowledge. I've seen the rents in my neighborhood go up to $3,000 for a 2-bedroom. When we were paying $1,200 not too long ago. 1,000, and how is a person who's used to paying $1,000 rent gonna come up with $3,000 rent? So what happens is that decent folks get pushed out of their own neighborhood, and there's a place called forget the name of it. There's a guy that runs around to different places. And I didn't even know over there by Jamaica Avenue. It's more towards where Myrtle and Jamaica Avenue meet, But there's a place over there where it's like abandoned, but there's people living in their RVs and stuff. And this is because of gentrification. This is not just because of gentrification. It's also because of high living rates in New York City. And I mean, astronomical. Yes. So, I don't remember what led me to it, but right now living in New York, it's tough if you're not making a very, very decent wage. And I'm not mad at the people that gentrified the neighborhood, because what happens is Manhattan is right there. So in Manhattan, they pay $5,000 rent, $6,000 rent. So what happened was is that some of the people from Manhattan came to Bushwick and started renting, because it was $3,000 cheaper a month, and all they had to do was swing the transportation and be able to deal with the extra 2 hour commute or hour commute, whatever. But yeah, and it changed everything up just because of the train system. See, I live right by the L train and the M train, and the L train and the M train cover a lot of New York. So Ridgewood, Bushwick, um, Williamsburg, they became gentrified, a full blown 3 neighborhoods. And I would say those are the 3 big ones. And Bedford Stuyvesant. It's Bushwick, Ridgewood, Bedford Stuyvesant, and Williamsburg. Super gentrified because of the trains and because of the rents. All right. Now let's get back to why people are looking at this like it's fishy.
Superior stock performance over everybody else for 2 reasons. One would be strategic vision, and the other strategic capital management.
The company managed to do this through a unique
I don't know what the CEO did that would make them worry about their money, but maybe she'll break it down. I didn't watch this yet.
acquisition strategy.
United Healthcare is much more than a health insurance company.
But somewhere United Health may be growing too big, including the Department of Justice.
It's giant. It's just current structure at this point in America. It's too big.
And it's the one thing that we could use. In Britain and in Canada, I hear that they have free healthcare. I don't know if it's still like that, but a couple of years ago, I watched a documentary and it was about healthcare. And if I'm correct, they were saying things like Canada, Britain, I guess some of the like countries by Norway and Sweden, they have free healthcare. And don't quote me on the Norwegian countries or whatever, but if that's even what you call them, but what, Icelandic, what I'm talking about, Greenland, Norway. So, but I heard that Britain, healthcare is free, and I believe it was Canada also. But America could become very strong if you took care of the weak better, and you got to stop with the wage differentials. Or the businessman making trillions of dollars while a person who works at an hourly rate gets paid $10, $20 an hour, and it's not enough to live on. Yeah, it's time for a change. It's time for fast food workers to make $50 an hour, And I'm sorry that a lot of people are gonna be like, a lot, nobody even cares. A lot of people would like to see people who always were categorized as the kind of people that should make low wages, categorized as people who should make high wages finally. So we could all eat. It's not right. It's so lopsided. Think about it,
To manage.
Within healthcare, I think there's really valid concerns around excessive consolidation in parts of the business and that leading to higher prices. I do think that they are becoming more and more utilities. And so consequently, I think they're going to have very large market shares because a number of the services that they provide, you wouldn't want redundant services through the system.
So how did United Health Group grow bigger than the nation's biggest banks? And what does that mean for consumers and the U.S. economy? A United Health customer could feasibly navigate the healthcare system without ever leaving the United umbrella. They could have United Healthcare as their insurer, see a doctor that works for Optum Health, and have their prescriptions covered under Optum Rx. They may even pay their medical bills using Optum Pay technology.
United is a unique company in that while they're one of the largest managed care companies with over 40 million people having health insurance through them, that's really only half the business. The other half of the business, which they call Optum.
I just see my man Celebrity Kennels join. Yo, what up? What up, brother? Happy New Year's. I don't know if you're still there. So, I can't. Sometimes it's hard to check the comments too while I'm doing the video. I get caught up in what's going on too. But I do check the comments to see if anybody popped up. And I just noticed my man from Bushwick joined. I hope he's still here.
Are a series of services businesses, many of which service their health insurance members, but they also service other people.
Optum can be split into three general businesses. Optum Health, a series of physician practices. Optum Rx, which is a pharmacy benefit manager, the so-called middleman between drug manufacturers, insurance companies, and pharmacies. And Optum Insight, which is a data and information business that focuses.
I don't mind a capitalist society where the man who creates the business and is the CEO of his own company understands that when is enough is enough. When is enough enough? When are you gonna hit a salary? Well, not a salary, a savings bracket where you decide that it's time for a raise for everybody. You get what I mean? A lot of people that own businesses, even if they could afford to give the whole company a raise and still be a billionaire or $100 million man, they won't do it. And that's what's messing this country up. And then also high interest rates, high cost of living, high health care. What I was explaining to you guys before is if the person is not covered and you're, I don't even know why they let them destroy the health insurance companies with prices. I guess they figure that out amongst themselves. Or maybe I'm missing something. But when it comes down to, like, let's say I need health care and you're saying, oh, we were charging the insurance company this much, let's charge him the same. But you were overcharging the interest company on purpose. The insurance company on purpose. Now you're gonna charge me astronomical prices on purpose, knowing that, let's say, doubling would be fair, making a percentage would be fair. You're gonna quadruple on me. You're gonna give me a surgery that costs $5,000 and charge me $50,000. That's where the problem lies. I don't have a person even investing in a hospital. Remember, hospitals are owned in the U.S. They're private owned businesses, if I'm correct. I'm sure they have ties to government policies and stuff like that. But a hospital could go out of business. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is if a average Joe needs help medically, give him beyond a fair price. That's capitalism at its finest. Now, if you, instead of just making, let's say, 50% profit, 50% return, and instead of that, you get 8 times your return, you make an 800% markup, good. It's almost like when you watch porn stars and a person walks into this porn shop with something they don't know the value of, and Rick is like, oh wow, this is a $50,000 item and he don't know it. I could probably offer him a stack and he'll give it to me. That's when it becomes immoral, and Rick, has claimed to be a moral person on the show, and he'll tell the guy, look, I don't think you know what you have. I probably could have offered you $1,000 and you would have given it up, but I have a moral obligation to tell you what this is really about, and then you can decide what you'll let it go for.
Focuses on analytics to monitor things such as cost and manage risk.
Think about Amazon or Apple. The way these tech companies create this sort of ecosystem that you can stay within, that's what these healthcare companies are trying to do in terms of being able to offer you not just the insurance, not just the pharmacy benefits, but also the medical care services so that there's more.
I'm still here, guys. I just calmed down for a second. They don't call me Pufferstein for nothing. So, but I'm still here, y'all.
More coordination, and hopefully people get healthier because it's all tied together.
The diversity aspect of its business makes United Health an attractive stock for investors.
The health plan arm of the company works synergistically with Optum. The improved medical cost then fuels their health plan growth and their profitability. And that can then drive the innovation.
Yo, Celebrity Kennel. Let's Saquon Barkley play, man.
Or they can do targeted acquisitions within Optum.
United Health set a precedent with its growth strategy, which has now been adopted by other major players in the sector.
What you've seen in this kind of space is because of Obamacare and the medical loss ratio, which was basically a profit cap on insurers, the insurers decided that to get around the medical loss ratio, they would buy providers and adjacent businesses. So that's...
I'm sorry, yo, Celebrity Kennels, if you still there, let Saquon play. Let Saquon play. What I was gonna say, the team ain't letting them play, Celebrity. You know, they stopping his flow. How you gonna stop a man from breaking Eric Dickerson's record? You know, I couldn't understand if he was like on some, I don't care about the record, but he does, man. And you only live once. Who wouldn't want to break a 60-year standing record? I'm sorry, guys, that I jumped off topic. I'm still talking about Saquon Barkley.
It's really when United Health Group's Optum subsidiary really expanded their pharmacy benefit manager. They started buying doctors' practice.
Even on this, back to the United Healthcare thing, you know, you remember not too long ago, Wu-Tang had the problem with that guy, Martin Shkreli, because he was raising the price of the AIDS pill to like $1,000 a pill. And he started saying, I can do this because this is my pharmaceutical. But he ended up in prison. You seen what he did. You know, it was price gouging. You know, you can't have a pill for $30 a pill, and most of it's covered by insurance for a person who has AIDS, and then you come out of nowhere and raise the price. And I remember Ghostface had gotten into beef with Martin Shkreli. Well, what Martin Shkreli did and the kind of person he was, because people change, so I don't know if Martin Shkreli is a man of God right now. But at the time, he was not living kosher. And what he did is the type of stuff that these people do to you know, crush the average Joe.
And software and analytics firms.
When Obamacare came into view in 2014, a lot of United's peers said, got to get bigger in terms of being insurers. So you saw Aetna and Humana try to merge. You saw Anthem and Cigna try to merge. And those mergers got tied up in antitrust because it was too much in the same area called vertical integration. So they kept buying smaller companies, building them into the Optum services area. And because there wasn't that sense of, well, United Health isn't really the biggest physician practice at the time, they were able to buy those, and they didn't really raise any concerns with the antitrust regulators.
The hundreds of deals United Health Group completed over the past decade mostly flew under the radar of regulators until fairly recently.
There was just recently an antitrust case against United Health Group because they were trying to buy something called Change Healthcare, which is essentially the Visa and MasterCard for most of the healthcare system. They were basically a payment processor. And the government challenged it and said that this merger would substantially lessen competition.
The nearly $8 billion all-cash deal between United Health and Change Healthcare was announced in January 2021.
The Change Healthcare deal really caught regulators' eye because it was more of a horizontal merger. So they were in the same space, both of them dealing with processing, billing. And what the DOJ said was, well, if you get the two biggest in this business, that's going to make United Health far too big. And it's going to give United Health far more information about its competitors.
Eventually.
And it's going to give them far too much wealth. This is the problem, not just in America, in all countries. What people don't understand is the little person can help lift up the bigger person. And even if, let's say, you're not as rich as you were because of the move you made, you got to think what you did for the rest of the people. If your move cut your, let's say you're sitting on 100 mil, and let's say the move you made it where you're sitting on 60 mil. Now that means you took a $40 million hit, but you can't live off $60 million. Now imagine if everybody thought like that and took that loss and gave it to the people that are suffering, not people that are outright lazy and are looking for handouts. People that can't find jobs, that are willing to work. People out there with college degrees that can't get a job. That's where you fix things at. You get what I'm saying? People think that I'm saying, hey man, just find some guy who don't care and give him a ton of money. Nah, come on, bro. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the people, the hard workers, the people that they're not lazy, they want to work, but there's nowhere to work. Those are the people you set out because they're going to make things better. And you still take care of the people that are, you got to remember, man, that some people are going to play a role no matter what. If you watch any sort of civilization from afar, whether it's an ant farm, there's going to be certain roles and certain behaviors and character traits and different genetics. You really think that there's going to be a society where every person has the capacity to make it in life? There's people that give up early. There's people that give up, period. You know, there's people that it gets too hard and they get tired of not being able to figure it out. You get what I'm saying? You know, people need help. The richer got richer and the poor got poorer. And that's just a fact. And you can't blame it on laziness. Come on. You know, capitalism was supposed to be a good thing instead of communism, because capitalism was like free enterprise. If you worked hard, you could make it. But now what's happening is there's money hoarding going on.
United Health Group prevailed in convincing the DOJ that there is a separation between their services businesses. In this case, it's the payment business of Change Healthcare.
All right. I'm not gonna put y'all through the whole thing right there. What I do want to do is in protest of Saquon not playing, we're gonna watch some of Saquon's highlights. You know we got to. It's the only way that I could protest. You're gonna let this man not play in the last game? This man right here? Hold on 1 second, people. I got y'all right now. It'll be the first time a running back won MVP in a minute. You know, like, this is special what's going on. And you're going to treat him like that? I'm so mad at the Eagles. And I understand they want to try to get to the Super Bowl. But that's not how you do it, by robbing this man of his one opportunity to break a 60-year record. You know. All right, guys. Let's watch some Saquon. All right, it's one of these two. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna take the 8-minute one right here. We'll go with the top. All right, we're about to get busy. I just want to check to make sure everything's running smooth. Big shout out to the Highlight Zone. They definitely could catch the subscription, and they definitely gonna get a like. All right, and yeah, let's watch a man go nuts, in sports, and they're gonna deny him his record, and he could fall short of the record. What would be I'd be mad at my own self if he got injured in that game. But it's part that comes with the territory. But I would hate to see Saquon get injured going for the record. Yeah, get him, Saquon. All right, I'm gonna bring that back to the beginning. Oh, there we go. Go to the ground. Off some center of gravity. Let Saquon play. Saquon play. Oh, eligible receiver. Oh. Eligible receiver. Go ahead. What are we doing with that? Oh man. He crushed the first defensive player. It was Pop. Oh, he hurt him. Go ahead, Saquon. Yo, you see the motor? You see the motor on him? He threw it into the phone. Yeah, Saquon, get him. There goes the hole. Oh, there we go. He putting the moves on him. He's dragging people. Up, yep, eligible receiver. Up, cut move. Up, spin. Up, there we go. In a 10. Oh, touchdown. Up. Oh, that's the same play. Up, there he goes. Outside. Okay. I had to mow you over. There he goes. He's out. He's on the pocket. Outside to the right. To the right. Like to the right. Mush, you big husky. Those are just that's the punching. Right. Here we go. He's out. Oh, look at that cup move. You can get a rewind on that. Watch this cup move. Oh man. Let me see that guy go sliding one more time. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Look at the guy go. Right here, right here. Ready? Coming right now, guys. You ready? He's strong. I didn't know he was that powerful. I didn't think this much attention to a running back since Barry Square. Fucking basketball. I knew there was some good things. Even though some people get mad at him, did some messed up stuff. But, he was a heck of a running back, Adrian Peterson. He's actually probably the best running back in the world after Barry. Saquon got a shot. Every year he's rushed for 1,000 yards or better, I believe. There we go, eligible receiver. He's gonna get a touchdown. Get that further. Up there we go. Touchdown. Punched it in. Up there he goes, all the way left. Up, going back right. That's like a 70-yard run. He's dragging the whole team. Man, you don't even see him sometimes. It's crazy. Watch that happen. Right around here. There he goes. Oh man, this goes the way I could tell. Oh no, they got him. Do they? Oh right, yeah. Oh, he's out of here. Get rid of him. All right, man. So, yo, listen. Man, let Saquon play, man. You know, what's up, Nunya? I just noticed right now. How's everything going? Happy New Year's, man. Let Saquon run, man. The game is on the 5th. So tomorrow's the 2nd. It's already the 2nd, but what's today? On Sunday. On Sunday, the Giants play the Eagles. Yo, guys, try to throw up some, listen, if not for me, for Saquon Barkley, I'm certain that he wants to play. You know, Fox News reported that he wants to play. The team is sitting him down, whether he likes it or not, and he can break Eric Dickerson's record. Please throw up some posts, you know, on some let Saquon play. If he didn't want to play and he was okay with not breaking the record and being healthy for playoffs and stuff like that, that would have been fine. But he wants to go for the record. Let the man go for the record. You know what I'm saying? Yo, much love to whoever was in here. It's your boy Spank Dog. I'm out of here. Happy New Year, everybody. let Saquon play, and you know, just something with the United Healthcare thing, man. You might want to examine the case thoroughly. That's all I could say. I gotta watch more before I even think that they nabbed the wrong person or something like that. Everything speculatory, allegedly, contemplation, wondering, all of that type of stuff. When it's in regards to stuff like that, I'll let you know if it's certain. And I gotta check the case out more. But yeah, definitely I would say people who care about the United Healthcare thing, take a look at the case. And things were going on right when that happened. A lot of money things, big money things. And let Saquon play, bro. Let Saquon play. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Let Saquon play. You can get me mad. My rookie card ain't gonna go up because of y'all. Nah, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. He's the man. No matter what, I'm gonna be fine with that card I purchased of his. But God bless him, man. I don't want it to be about money. The only reason I'm really on here is on some let Saquon play stuff is because I found out that he wanted to play. If he said he wanted to be good for the playoffs and he didn't care about the record, then I would say let him sit down. It would hurt a little bit because I would like to see him break the record, but if I know it's his choice, that's fine. But when I found out that he wanted to go for the record and the team was forcing him to sit, according to Fox News, that's the headline I read. No good, no bueno. Let Saquon play, y'all.